Yo, it's a tank top guy here, and today I'm gonna make for you one of my most favorite Italian dishes, caponata. It's called. It's a lovely eggplant appetizer with some very simple ingredients, and I'm gonna show you how to make it. So here's our ingredients: 1 eggplant cut up, bite-sized pieces. I have 2 stalks of celery. That's about 1.5 cups. 1 medium onion. That's about 1.5 cups. About 1 cup of sliced green olives. 4 tablespoons of tomato paste. Some capers. I rinsed these out already because they will be very salty. Some red wine vinegar. Extra virgin olive oil. A little fresh ground black pepper and salt. Okay, so we brought our pan up on medium heat. We're going to add some olive oil to coat the bottom. Now first we're going to put in our celery and onions. Now we don't want to cook this too much because you want to keep the crunchiness of the celery and onions to contrast with the softness of the eggplant. So this is going to be a very sweet, savory, salty dish with all the ingredients that we're going to combine in here. So we're just going to let this cook down a few minutes, and then we'll come back and add the rest of our ingredients. Okay, we cooked our celery and onions down just a few minutes. Now I just want to add the green onions to this. A little bit of fresh ground pepper. A little bit of salt. And we'll mix this up. We're going to take it off our flame. Okay, our pan is hot and we're going to get an extra virgin olive in. Heat this up and then we're going to cook up our eggplant. We want just enough olive oil to coat the bottom. Alright, our oil's hot. We're going to add our eggplant in. And we're going to saute this up a little bit. If you don't have a pan this big, or if you want to make a larger amount, you can definitely use a cookie sheet or roasting pan. Just cut up your eggplant, put it in a bowl, mix it real well with extra virgin olive oil, lay it on a sheet, bake it in your oven about 40 minutes at about 350 degrees, and you will accomplish the same thing. But right now, this is the perfect amount for this pan. I did not press the water out of this because by us frying it now in the hot oil, that will drive off a lot of the moisture. We're going to get a little bit more olive oil in here. All right. Okay, we're going to let this cook a few minutes, and then we'll add back into this the rest of our ingredients. Okay, our eggplant's been cooked about 15-20 minutes right now, and it's time to take it off. Wow, this smells delicious. The olive oil coming through. When this is all put together, like I said, it's going to be sweet, salty, savory. This is going to be one of the best dishes you're ever going to have. Okay, our vegetables are all cooked up, and now we're going to add the eggplant in. Now we're going to put capers. Like I said, these are rinsed. Capers are pretty salty. Of our 4 tablespoons of tomato paste. And we're going to mix this in. Now this is when the flavors are going to start really coming together. We're going to get our red wine vinegar and a pinch of balsamic vinegar to really bring out the zing in this. So we're going to put about 1/4 cup of red wine vinegar, balsamic vinegar, I'm sorry. sugar. And we're going to mix this up. We'll give it a good stir. You can smell all the flavors coming through already. The vinegar really put a little bit of kick into this. And we're going to give it a little bit of black pepper. A little bit. I'm not getting more salt yet to this because the salt that comes from the capers. If you can try it, we'll taste it at the end and we'll see how it tastes. Okay, so now we're going to taste it and see if we need to season this at all. It smells fantastic. We're going to put a little bit of salt in it. And then we're going to add some sugar at the end. And the reason we do that is so it doesn't get a chance to burn and it'll all melt in here. Nice, and it'll bring all those beautiful flavors out. Okay, we're just going to mix this together. Give a chance for the salt and the sugar to mix in. And then we're going to plate it. And here it is. This is our eggplant caponata. I toasted up some fresh bread. I have some fresh ripped out basil leaves, and I like to just top with some fresh shredded Reggiano Parmigiano. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil on my bread. Get a little spoon here. A little bit of basil. Cheese, and we're going to try this. Now this dish originated from southern Italy and Sicily. That's where it's very famous. Not so much in the northern part. I always had this as a kid growing up, and I loved it so much that this is one thing I just decided to learn how to make. I think you're going to love it as much as I do. The sweetness comes from the tomatoes and a little bit of sugar we added. The vinegar balances that sweetness out. You get a little bit of the brininess from the capers, and the finishing touch from the basil and the cheese just make this it makes it a delicious dish. I think even Vincenzo would be proud of this. So. Like I said, this is a great appetizer for any holiday, especially with holidays coming up now. If you need a recipe, we can post it up for you. But I hope you enjoy this and keep an eye out for our next video.